We'll start seated, actually. You can sit cross legs or you can sit straight legs. If sitting cross legs hurts your knees, then don't sit cross legs. Make sure that you sit in a way that is comfortable for you. You can always sit on a yoga block as well. Prop the hips and have a seat. It might take some of the pressure off of the hips. Just find a way that's relatively comfortable for you. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. And then pretend like you have a little string attached to the very top of your head that lifts you up and lengthens your spine. Deep breath in and exhale. Place one hand over your navel and inhale to make the belly expand and press the hand out. With the belly, exhale, the belly drops and recedes back. Inhale. Belly broadens. Now expand the ribs. Feel the ribs expand. Fill up the lungs with air. Draw a deep, deep breath and then exhale slowly out of your nose. Place one hand over the navel, one hand on the chest, just underneath the collarbones, and inhale through the nose. Belly widens, ribs widen, front, back, and sides, and exhale slowly out your nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Relax your hands. Breathe normally. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling as you inhale. Expand the ribs, expand the belly, let your eyes track up towards your hands. Full breath in, reach the fingers up nice and high, and then exhale. Press the air down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, lift your eyes, look up at your hands, big breath in. Hold your breath, and then exhale, press the air down. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, sweep them all the way up. Bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, exhale. Press the hands down. Inhale, reach the hands forward, press the palms forward. Tuck your chin in just a little bit, flip the palms to face towards your head. Stretch the arms wide, widen the upper back. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, lift the arms. Pause, twist over to the side, let your hands drop down as you exhale. Inhale and lift up. Back to the center. Drop the arms down, shoulder height. Punch the fists forward, the knuckles forward, tuck the chin in, big broad upper back. Big inhale, big exhale, inhale, lift it up. Tighten the belly as you lift. Hold your breath, twist to the other side, drop your arms down as you exhale. Inhale and lift up. Twist to the other side, drop the arms down. Exhale, inhale, lift, twist, drop. One more time each side. Inhale, lift, twist, drop. Inhale, lift, twist, drop. Inhale, lift, twist, and drop. Inhale, come on up. Bring your hands down, heart center. Turn yourself around onto your side, onto your hands and knees, actually. Pad your knees if you need to. Shoulders under the wrists, knees under the hips. Curl your toes under. Inhale as you extend your spine, just gently. Exhale, flatten the feet, tuck the chin, round the back. Flexing your spine, just gently. Inhale to extend. And exhale to flex. Gentle movements, does not have to be extreme. Inhale to extend. Exhale to flex. Inhale back to a neutral spine. Find a place where it's not too extended or too flexed, that it's neutral. Slide the right leg back. Lift the left arm, make a fist. Lift the right toes, press the heel back. Keep the neck neutral. Eyes looking down, pull the chest away from the floor. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Bring everything back down, switch sides, slide the left toes back, lift the hand up, make a fist, lift your toes. Let your eyes gaze down. Release any tension through your neck. Lift your ribs away from the floor. Big inhale, big exhale. Bring everything down to the floor. Hands and knees on the floor. Curl the toes under. Pin the feet together, pin the ankles together, and slowly try to sit back. You may need to use your block here to help support you part way. Make sure your spine stays neutral. If you can sit up perhaps, or you can place a block underneath your backside. Up nice and tall. If your backside sits down on your heels, great. If not, it's fine. It's about stretching out your feet, mobilizing your ankles, and then flip it around. Keep the ankles pinned, flatten the feet on the ground. Slowly sit back. If that's too painful for your knees, you can sit on a block or a blanket or a rolled blanket behind your knees. Or you can sit all the way back down to your heels if that works without pain. Little bit of a stretch. Press your big toenails down into the floor. Good, and then come up to half standing. Step your right foot forward. Curl your left toes under, hands on your thighs. Stand up with your head lifting towards the ceiling rather than tipping forward. Lift up. Step the back foot to the front and come to the front of your mat. Bring your hands together, heart center. Gently squeeze the glutes towards each other. Pull the belly button in towards your spine. Inhale and lift your hands up. Relax the shoulders. Keep the glutes squeezing. If this is painful for your back, and keep your eyes looking forward. Open the arms, draw a big breath in, and exhale. Bend your knees, sink your hips, make sure your spine maintains that neutral shape, no flexion. And begin to extend your knees, let your body drape over your legs, let the spine flex. If it's available to you, grab a hold of opposite elbows. If this hurts your back, you rest your elbows on your thighs to take any strain off of your back. To stiffen the spine, slide your hands up your shins, come up to a neutral back position. So avoid flexing. You don't want to flex your back. You want to keep it in as much a neutral position as possible. Big inhale, big exhale. Bend your knees, sink your hips, sweep your arms out to the sides, sweep all the way up, hands together, look up to your hands. Bring your hands down to your chest. Your feet can stay at hip distance apart. They can be wider if you like, so hip distance apart here, or further apart here, or in a bit of a baseball stance. We're going to sit in a chair, in a place where there's no pain in your spine. If it becomes painful, then you must change your stance. Start with your hands at your chest. Sit back, pull your knees away from your toes. Don't allow them to collapse forward. Shift the weight to the heels and then back to the toes, and find a place where you can have the balls of the feet and the heels firmly on the floor. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Begin to reach the arms forward. If this creates pain in your back, you bring your hands back to your chest. Open the arms out wide into a T. Keep the lower ribs pulled down. Do not let them flare out. Option to lift your arms up overhead. Again, if that creates pain in your back. Or in your legs, you bring your hands back to your chest. Stand on your right foot, bring your hands to your chest, and then step your left foot back. Nice, big, deep lunge. Front knee and ankle should be straight. Bring your hands to reach back behind you. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. Allow the hip to hinge. Deep flexion. If that's not possible for you, if it creates pain, stay up a little higher. Find a place where you can maintain this position. Lift your back heel up over your toes, big stretch on the bottom of the foot, activating your calf muscle, then press the heel back. And then lift it up, and then press it back. And then find a place where you can maintain that static position. Option to reach one hand forward. Check in with your back, make sure it's safe. And then reach the other arm forward. If that creates pain in your body, then you pull your hands back behind you or rest them on your front thigh. Inhale and lift the body up, the shoulders come over the hips, and then drop the back knee down towards the floor for curtsy. Bring your hands to your chest and step your left foot to the front of the mat. And pause. Arms by your side, stand into Tadasana. 2 breath cycles. Hands to the chest, have a seat in your chair. Find your foot stance that works for you. Pull the knees slightly away from the toes. Pull the belly button towards your spine and offer the arms up. if that's available to you. Otherwise, keep your hands at your chest. Eyes gaze forward, pull the knees back, reach the backside behind you just a little bit. One more breath cycle, big inhale and exhale, hands to the chest. Stand on your left foot, hover. Step the right foot back, nice deep lunge. Make sure the front knee and ankle are stacked. You want to avoid the knee back behind the ankle. Keep it right in line with the ankle. Joints are stronger when they're stacked. Reach the hands back, deep hinge in the hip, wherever your body allows it to be, whether it's here or here, wherever is safe and healthy for this hip. Different side, different rules. Option to offer one hand up and then the other. Inhale and come up, shoulders over the hips, and drop the back knee down towards the floor for a little curtsy. Bring your hands down to your chest. Push off of your back foot and come to stand. Arms to the side, Tadasana, and pause. Turn to the side, long ways on your mat. Nice big wide stance, wider than shoulder distance apart. Bring your arms up to shoulder height. Shrug the shoulders up towards your neck, shrug, 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 and then slowly drop the shoulders down, finding a place where there's no pain, no aggressive shrugging. Lift your left toes up and turn the toes, left toes to the top of the mat, and bend the knee. We're going towards warrior two. You may have to shorten the stance here. You can have a shorter distance between your feet or further, wherever you can maintain that. Mindful the pelvis doesn't tip forward, you want to keep it stacked, ribs right over the pelvis. Press the front heel down, press the back heel down, and attempt to squeeze your legs towards each other. Now try to pull your legs apart. Reach the fingertips like you're trying to touch each end of the room. And then inhale and bring your hands up overhead, hands to the chest. Press your heels down. Reach your hands back behind you, interlace your fingers, and draw the knuckles down towards the floor. Lean to the side, hinging only at the hip, not at the waist. And then reach the left fingertips forward, reach, 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 reach. And then bring the left hand down towards the floor. And then lift the right arm up. If your shoulder allows you to do it, reach the right arm all the way up and through. Press the front heel down, press the back heel down. And then inhale and come right on up, back to warrior two. Extend your front knee, turn the toes to point towards the long end of your mat. Lift the right toes up, point them towards that end of the mat, bend the knee. Find that place where the knee is on top of the ankle, not behind it and not forward of it. Keep it stacked. Reach the fingertips, relax the shoulders down the back. Press the heels down. Try to pull the heels towards each other. Now pull the heels away from each other. An imaginary movement. Inhale and lift the arms up, bring your hands to your heart center. Rest your thumbs against your chest. Soften the shoulders. Press your heels down. Attempt to pull your feet away from each other. Bring your hands, reach them all the way back behind you, interlace your fingers and pull the knuckles down towards the floor. Keep the lower ribs tucked in. Don't let the ribs lift and flare. Keep them tucked in and strong. Lean to the side, hinging just from the hip. Good, and then reach the right hand forward and then the right hand all the way down towards the floor, wherever it reaches. Left hand palm towards the same direction your nose is pointing. Reach your fingertips up. Press the heels down. Reach the arm up and overhead. If your shoulder lets you do that. If it pinches it, keep it in a place where it's safe. That might be safer for you, or that might be safer. Find what works for your shoulders. Big inhale, big exhale. Inhale and come right back up, warrior two. Reach the fingers, press the heels down. Extend that knee, lift the toes, point them to the long edge of your mat. Hands to the heart. Inhale, exhale. Relax the arms down. Roll the shoulders. Hands interlaced behind your body. Heels with the feet a little closer together, about shoulder distance apart. Pull the belly button to the spine, hinge down, halfway down. And lift the arms up away from the body. Pull the shoulder blades down your back. Press your heels into the floor. Inhale and lift the body up. Reach the arms all the way up overhead. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms up towards the ceiling. Reach the arms all the way down. Good. Bring your hands to your chest and pause. Now, move your blanket out of the way. Step your feet together. Bring your hands to your chest. Pick the right foot up and turn the heel to rest on the other ankle. Attach that little string to the top of your head, lift up. Attempt to lift the heel up so it's just below the knee joint. If that works for the body, great, leave it there. If you want to try to lift the foot up above the knee joint, the toes should not be pressing into the joint, they should be above it. If that can't be done safely, bring the foot back below the knee. Tree pose. Press into the standing leg with your foot, push the leg back into the foot. Inhale and lift the arms up, palms together. Balancing in your tree. Gaze down to the floor about 5 or 6 feet in front of you. There's your drishti, or your gazing spot. Pause. Bring your hands to your chest. Foot on the floor. Try the same thing on the other side. Start with your little kickstand, heel on the ankle. Heel below the knee or above the knee. Press the foot, press the foot firmly into your standing leg. Bring your hands to your chest. Inhale and reach the arms up overhead. Palms together. Eyes drop for a soft gaze down to the floor a few feet in front of you. Press down into your standing foot. Press into your lifted leg, into the standing leg. Press the leg back into the foot. Pause. Hands to the chest. Untangle the legs, foot on the floor. Inhale and lift the arms up. Open your arms. Exhale, fold over your legs. Forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Bend your knees, sink your hips, sweep your arms all the way up, all the way through, hands together. Squeeze the glutes, bring your hands to your chest. Arms by your side. Pause, relax the body. Wiggle it up. Come back up to the top of your mat. Inhale and lift your arms up. Palms together. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the chest. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, dive over your legs, forward fold. Hands to the floor. Step one foot back. And then the other foot back. Pause here. Bend your knees, push your hips back. Keep the spine neutral as you lift your hips. Press back into down dog. Fold the forearms down onto the floor. And then unfold. And fold. And then unfold. Bring your knees back in underneath your hips. Hands underneath the shoulders for a hovering table. Pause here. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. Knees on the floor if hovering table is not possible. Hold and hover. And then press one leg back. You can have that opposite knee on the floor, or you can hover, knee and foot off of the floor. Bring the knee back in, either on the floor or hovering, and step back. And pull it back in. Uncurl the toes, sit back on your heels. Pause. Sit in cross legs or straight legs with a block or a blanket underneath your hips. Inhale and lift the arms up. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to your chest. Rest your thumbs against your chest. Let your nose point down towards your fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Close the eyes. Notice how the feet feel, how the knees feel, the hips, the belly. See if you can sense your heartbeat. You can feel it thumping against your thumbs. Inhale, exhale. Keep your eyes closed and rest your hands on your thighs. Drop your ear to your shoulder. Inhale, pick up the head, drop to the other side. Inhale back up. Turn to point your nose over your shoulder. Bring your chin down towards your collarbone. Inhale, pick up the head, go over to the other side. Chin down. And pick up the head, come back to the center and roll the shoulders. Good. We'll stretch your legs out. Use a strap or a towel or a scarf or a belt or something that you have. A soft belt or a tie, an old tie would be one out of Dad's cupboard. Straighten out that leg. Maintain that neutral spine so you get your natural arch of your lower back. If that's pressing into the floor, you want to lower that leg down. Don't overactivate your hamstrings. We're just trying to give them a little bit of a stretch. Point your toes down towards your head. And just see where the hamstring wants to stretch today. Don't overstretch. You get to your end range, back off just slightly. Point your toes down towards your head. And then switch sides. Bring the other foot into the loop to meet. And then uncurl. Maintain that neutral spine. See where that flexion goes in the hip. If it's different, if it makes your body rock back, then you have to find the position where your leg needs to be, that your pelvis isn't rocking in that posterior direction. Point your toes towards your head. Relax the shoulders. Come to the end range of that mobility and movement for that hamstring, for that joint. Work with that. Try to relax, wiggle at the toes. Good. Take your strap off. Option here, so with both legs up and mobilize your toes. You scrunch your toes really, really tight, and then you widen your toes as far apart as you can, and then you scrunch them really tight, and then now you point your big toes down and your little toes in the other direction. Nice big stretch on your toes, scrunch your toes a little tight, and then widen, and then wiggle, and widen, and then circle your ankles around. And then relax your feet down to the floor. For relaxation for the end of our class, you can use your block underneath your sacrum. Make sure your pelvis is fully supported. You don't want to be on the glutes, or you don't want to be in your lower back. You want to be fully supported. And then lift your legs up, a little bit of a bend in the knees, and soften. It's available so you can have the legs straight wherever your hamstrings want to go at this point, and just pause. If you feel that you've been doing lots today and you need extra rest, rest your heels against the wall when you're doing this. Legs up the wall. Great way to get rid of tummy cramps, a little bit of anxiety or headache. And stay in this position for 2 to 5 minutes to 10 minutes. It's entirely up to you. When you finish, slowly bring your feet back down to the floor. Lift your hips. And then release. Thank you for following along. Have a good day. Bye.